Yo, what's up, YouTube? Daniel here again with another installment of how to build your clothing label from scratch. This is the third week, I believe. Third week of these videos, as I did a double video last week, one with tips on little tips and ideas that came into my head about 3 in the morning. So where are we now? 3 weeks or 4 weeks initially since starting the clothing label. Created a load of designs, created an Instagram page, a Facebook page, this channel, ordered some samples, got one back. This is a month worth of progress. Basically, spent about nearly $1,000, call it that. And that's just on samples, by the way. Is it nearly $1,000? About that, yeah, because I got coats and I got t-shirts, a few of them, and a couple jumpers and a tracksuit as well. So these are all samples that I need to first get in, decide whether I like them or not, before I can then go to the website, or before I can then order more and then create the website and then put them up. I can go to print on demand. I do have quite a few designs now that I can go to print on demand with, but before I even start that process, I've got to build up a following. So to do that, I've been going on my Instagram almost, well, not even almost, literally every day for the past 2 weeks, I would say. 2 weeks posting up images of my clothing and basically, you know, trying to build a following on the Instagram page. And let me tell you something, that is a full-time job. It's a full-time job. So trying to gain a following on Instagram is a lot of work. And obviously they tell you, you know, they'll tell you to do some paid ads and stuff like that. I haven't done any paid ads yet. I've thought about it, but I thought, let me just try and grow it organically first. And basically what you basically have to do is you have to go on, find some hashtags that you feel appeals to your particular niche or brand, and then like a bunch of people on that hashtag. And then when you do that, you hopefully they will come back and like your page and follow you and so on and so forth. But that takes time, because a lot of the niches, a lot of the hashtags or people that post using the hashtag tend to be people like you trying to make clothing labels. So then you have to sit there and sift between people who are labels and just regular people who are interested in that particular thing, because it's the regular people you want, because that's who you're trying to sell to. You're not trying to sell to another clothing brand. And just doing that can be quite time consuming. Building up a following on Facebook is best done with paid ads. I've got, you know, images up on my Facebook page, but you can't generate followers like you can on Instagram by going to other pages or hashtags and just liking it and then expecting people to come back and like yours. That's not how Facebook works. It's a completely different platform. So you have to use a completely different type of style to grow your base there. So I'm going to hit that with paid ads, but I figured there's no point me really doing that until the website's up, right? So the website's not up yet, although I feel like I've got more or less close to enough designs for that to happen. But like I said, I really want pictures of actual people in my clothes, and to do that, samples need to get here. And again, they're still not here. They've been shipped out, but again, still nothing in terms of me receiving anything other than this t-shirt. So yeah, still waiting. And this is a good look for you guys, because you need to know, obviously, if you're coming into this thing for the first time like I have, you need to know the times. And like I said before in a previous video, this can be 6 months. Yeah, imagine this can actually be a 6-month process and be quite expensive, because if you order your samples, they come to you, it takes a couple of weeks before they come to you, you don't like them, you then have to then go back to the manufacturer, say, actually, can you change this, this and this, pay for another sample, and then they send it out to you again, and that can be another however many weeks before you receive it. So it can be quite a lengthy process to get right. But once you got right though, once you've got it right, you're plain sailing after that. But it's the getting it right. That's the part that takes the time and the money. So you need both on your side before you can embark on really getting your clothing label off the ground. I've decided to, like I said before, to go both print on demand and private label. The expensive items being private label, the cheaper items being on print on demand, simply because it just weighs up better. There's a number of different styles that I wanted to do, different lines that I wanted to do, and I thought it would be confusing trying to just have my one brand be all these things. So it'd be just easier to just split my brand up in with different lines underneath each brand. So you can have the luxury section, you can have the street section, you can have the formal section, and so on and so forth. So it's just easier for your people who are following you or people who like particular things to know where to go to get different things from you. Do you see what I'm saying? So if they like your style in streetwear, they're like, oh, you know, but actually I need a shirt or something like that. You also got that as well. So it's just good to just make sure you have different lines. I've given each one of my lines a different name, and some of them even have different logos as well. Rather than just saying rather than it just being all one font like this. Still waiting for my logo, by the way. That's another thing. But yeah, rather than it will be one font like this, we'd have different fonts on each style of line that comes out. So that's something I started doing, and I'm designing every day. You got to make sure you design every day. So for every single day that I've been waiting for my samples to come, I've been designing every night, thinking of fresh days to do things. Like I said, last week in my tips video, I made a pattern. I made a couple patterns, and that's made really useful for the lining of jackets or the lining of hoodies, stuff like that, you know, as well as just the full print shirt. You can just have your monogram pattern all over it. So it's pretty cool. So I've been doing that, as well as, you know, trying to build organically my Instagram page, posting on my Facebook page, and making YouTube videos as well. Still haven't gotten around to get a camera yet, bear with me. Still haven't done any video editing yet. Again, bear with me. Like I said, it's a really busy time, but Christmas is here. So that, now being the time of Christmas, rather than getting to relax and eat cake, I'm going to have to sit down and focus on my thing full time. And basically learn video editing, really go hell for leather on trying to build the Instagram page, you know, go all out and try and get the numbers up, because it would be nice to have a January launch, because I believe by that time all my samples should be here, and then so hopefully by that point all the samples should be there. I can then get proper pictures of people wearing my clothes, like real life people wearing my clothes, do little videos and stuff like that. And then with that being the case, I can, you know, pick out my best print designs and then create the first line. Because right now with the Instagram, you post up pictures and you see which one people kind of take a shine into, and already I've started to see which t-shirts people like, which jumpers people like, which style people like. So it's very useful as a sounding board for ideas, because you take you create a design or what have you, you put it on you put a mock-up of it on a shirt, you put it on Instagram, and then through the likes and the comments you can tell which one is fire, which one people really like, which one more hype for, which one people would want. And then with that you can then be like, right, so I'm going to definitely use that, I'm definitely going to use that, and definitely going to put that on my site for when it's time to build the site. It's also good to see like which ones they really take a shine to, like in terms of the level of design. So in terms of like my luxury design, what kind of style they look for. So I'm noticing that they kind of really like this simple kind of plain print across the front, but these will be patches, as I said. So when the different colors come in, it should be interesting to see which colors they want, which colors they focus on, which one blows up more than the others. Meanwhile, still trying to grow the following and what have you. And if you want to follow me, which would be really nice, it's on DYLDN Apparel. So that's at DYLDN Apparel on Instagram. So just jump on there, follow, comment, let me know which ones you like, which ones you don't. That would be really helpful. So yeah, this is what I've been doing in the meantime while waiting for my samples. Still, you're probably fed up of hearing that now, 3 weeks in. But then this is good, right? You get to see someone doing it week by week, and then seeing what happens week by week, what you need to do week by week. You have to stay motivated, because obviously, you know, you ain't got anything to really go with other than trying to stay focused on building your brand. You have to really, really want it. And I do. So I've been making sure I'm on it every day. That's all I can say to you. To stay motivated, you got to stay on it every day. You got to post on Instagram every day, Facebook every day, design every day. Try and talk to your manufacturers every day, because they'll fall out of touch with you, and then you have to badger them for them to get back to you. Say it's a lot of work every day. Just make sure you just drop one thing that you need done that day, every day done, and then at least you have a feeling of accomplishment going on to the next day. So yeah, that's this week's installment. Sorry, still haven't got anything to show you guys, but the good thing is, so long as you're tuning in, you then can look at the dates of each of the videos, and you will know how long this process actually takes before you can then go ahead and launch your brand. And remember, I still haven't even launched my website yet, because I haven't got my samples yet. So just bear that in mind. So it's good to make sure, watch back on the other videos so that you can see the inception and the process as I go along, so then you can keep tabs and know, you know, if I want to create my own, this is how long it's actually possibly going to take me. Okay, so until the next time, like and subscribe, follow my videos, and you will know how to build a clothing label. All right, peace. One.